One thing to remember is that when you're doing this, if possible, you might want to keep this side away from the predominant angle from which people will look at the dormer and the valleys. So that way you don't see any seams on this side. The sealant and the seams are on the side away, predominantly away from view. After we've done this initial installation, then of course you come back with nail clips, 1 foot on center, and I would suggest putting them directly opposite each other on both sides of the valley pans. Again, apart from what we've done up here, you're not even going to penetrate these outer pans with nails. You're simply going to use the nail clips. Okay, we've come to the point where our top course now is going to intersect with the valley. This particular course right here, we're going to want to run under the valley. The next course we're going to bring over the valley and lock into this hem. I do want you to notice again that we basically have brought the valley to the edge of the drip edge, and this will completely dump out on top of the shingles. Now, I've got some fascia here on the eave of the dormer, and I've made a piece to go up underneath this. Now I want you to notice that I've turned back 1/4 of an inch or so just as a rain stop. I measured the distance from my top lock up under here to see how long this exposure needs to be, and of course I've cut it at the appropriate width to go up under. This is going to take a little bit of finesse to get into place. Looks like it's going okay. Knock that into place, and at this point I can still get up underneath this to be able to attach this to the deck. I may need to use a nail clip in order to do that. Okay, now we have reached the point where our course on top is going to lap over the valley pan, and I have placed my shingle over the valley and marked the points where the shingle intersects this hem, and also mark the point where the hem on the valley pan meets the shingle. I then have taken the shingle, I've bent a taper into it from 1/2 inch all the way to 1/8 at the top, and I've got a 5/8 inch underturn hem to go back into the receiving channel on the valley. I also have cut out the butt of the shingle to the point where it comes out and goes over the hem on the valley pan. I'll slide it over the hem first, and I'm going to slide it up. And now any moisture that might possibly get onto this pan through condensation or whatever will be able to drain out. You notice that this cut in the butt of the shingle is just high enough to allow just a little bit of water to come out, but is not really going to be visible from down below on the ground. Again, we never nail in the valley pan itself. And just for illustration purposes here, we've just done this shingle. We don't have the shingles to the left.